Hi everybody, I am Sister Moloi serving in Kenya Nairobi West Mission. I'm currently serving a mission to share the restored gospel of Hi everybody, I am Sister Moloi from South Africa. I'm currently serving a mission in the Kenya Nairobi West Mission. What I do on a daily basis is to share the restored gospel of Jesus Christ. Kenya is a great place, honestly. I've never gotten such love from people far away from home like I have here in Kenya. The people here are very loving, caring, and the hospitality here is so great. And something that I've grown to love here in Kenya is the food as well, though very different from home. Pilau, one of my favorite, chapati as well. Those are amazing dishes. I don't think even now I've known to cook them, but definitely I have to cook it sometime in my life. Something that I don't really like about Kenya is the traffic. It's so horrible. Um, you can literally get very late for an appointment, and I just don't like how people do not take traffic signs serious. And I believe if that could be well controlled, everybody will be safe and comfortable traveling around places. Coming from someone from a different country, um, away from home, mom is not there, sister's not there, and you feel like you could just approach somebody and you feel that exact love. I did not feel it. Like my first interaction with a Kenyan woman in Nairobi made me feel belittled, like to the core. The attitude was insane. She made me feel like I wanted to go home immediately. And because of the language barrier, I couldn't really express myself. I couldn't really tell her how she made me feel, but I kind of let it slide. But till this day, I'm hurt. Gender imbalancement is quite a very broad discussion. In my opinion, I believe that there could be a lot of things that could be enforced to better improve the state of the world. In my opinion, I believe that women can be given more access and opportunity to work, school. In my own general knowledge, I know of places where schooling for women is still a struggle, where young girls are still left at home, not having any basic education. And I believe that, the government can bring change to that. Women are as bright and excellent, as men. And together, there's a lot of things that we could do to change the state of the world to what it is, to a better version. And I strongly believe that, the world could be a better place. Women should be given the opportunity as well to express themselves in job opportunities or careers that are now known as, work dominated careers. So both men and women should be free to express themselves and embrace who they are, wherever they are, and what they're doing. Men are good. Men are good, honestly. I personally have connected more with men than I've connected with women. I believe men, so, reserved in a sense that men don't really gossip the way that women gossip. And I just love that aspect about them. Men are just loving and caring if it's the right man. And I personally have been surrounded by men or males who have supported me, who have enabled me to be me, and allowed me to understand that I can't go out there seeking for love, and the fundamental place where I can seek or find that love is within my family. And I'm so grateful to have been surrounded by faithful and loving men, like my father and my brothers, who have shown me the love and what a man should be. A man should be supportive and encouraging. A man should, allow and teach, preside as well within a family. And I'm so grateful. And men have great potential as well. My ideal man, first of all, man, man. I want a masculine, articulate, and a very noble man. And just to broaden up that spectrum, kidogo, I want a man who loves me, all right? And that love should be seen on how he loves his mother or sisters. I want a man who is encouraging. And I also like to be babied kidogo. I want a man who is not nonchalant. A man that loves me for who I am and is willing to be my strength, a shoulder to cry on when I need the help. So I want a man who's also very ambitious. I don't want a man whom I'll have to, come right on his back and try and push him to reach certain goals. No, I want a goal-orientated man, a man who knows what he wants and he'll make sure to own up to it and make sure that he accomplishes it. And despite, disappointments of the world and, everybody goes through trials and tribulation, he does not find that disappointing and then sits back. I want him to push through and find other opportunities to get himself to where he wants. What intrigues me about life, just to connect it to scriptures, we're all Heavenly Father's children, and we're made at His image and likeness. And I get so fascinated, or in fact, very confused at times as to why we can't support one another. I personally have encountered people who, or generally, people tend to love watching another person suffer than being supportive and encouraging to another person. I don't know why is it so easy for us to watch one another suffer instead of being empathetic, loving, and you trying to get another person to the level that they want to be. Of course, everyone has a different journey. Of course, we've all worked for our own self to reach to the point that we want. But if you see that it's very difficult for another person to get to the point that they want, I mean, I'm not saying sacrifice everything, but kidogo can go, an extra mile in another person's life. So I believe that we could be more selfless and be more helpful to one another, and don't take pride or gain that strength, in watching another person suffer instead of being helpful to them. And be helpful, love one another, be encouraging to one another, motivate one another. If you see someone in need, don't look at yourself and be like, I'm also in need, We are in need in different ways, but your help can go an extra mile for another person. Be willing to be of service to one another. And it will come to a point that when you help somebody, you will see the joy and the change that you will have mentally, intellectually. You just become a better person. And it's so great to see someone's life become better because of you and your influence. So yeah, let's love one another. And it's not impossible, it's possible. It's just that people are just so selfish and self-centered. I'm very worried about the world. AI is taking control of everything. I just wonder what's going to happen with myself or just everybody in general. Um, AI has reached a point where it does things that I can do even better, and which makes me worry for the future of human beings. Are we going to be needed in this life? What's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to each and every one of us? And I don't understand the whole basis of having AI if we have people, human beings, who have been gifted with, the divine intelligence from our Father in heaven, um, different e- attributes, um, qualities, whereas we can just think with our carnal mind, with the God-given talent to, bring progress in the world. So I don't really understand why we need AI. And that's the only thing that I'm really struggling to understand, because AI is taking control of everything. And I wonder what's going to happen with us and job opportunities. I believe at some point AI is just going to take control of that as well, where we as humans will just be stagnant, not having a place or things to do in order to provide for our families. It may not be that way, but that's how I see things and how life will be in the next 5 years. Oh, I believe at this point I would have known or learned Swahili. I'm not so good in Swahili still. And I believe that if I knew Swahili to the point of having a simple, basic conversation with individuals, I would have been able to or attain the goal that I had initially made before I came out on mission. There are so many people that I wanted to help, more than what I did right now. People that I really wanted to have a strong relationship with, but I was not able to do that because of the language barrier. I guess this is a lesson that next time when you're given an opportunity to do something or learn something, don't take it light, you know. But I mean, I'm grateful for all the experiences, and I'm so grateful for all the people that understood me and welcomed me in Kenya. And the Kidogo Swahili that I know, yeah, Kidogo is like the most easiest word that comes to my head all the time when I have conversation. But like I said, I believe I could have touched more lives if I knew Swahili, because that would have enabled me to express and also convey the message of Jesus Christ more clearer and simple, for them to understand and for it to be engraven in their hearts and be confident and willing to apply it in their lives. And I think also they would have appreciated the fact that I went to my extreme to learn their language. And I mean, I tried my best. Najua kuongelea Swahili kidogo, and mimi ni furahi. I'm trying, but yeah, I'm grateful for everything. I knew Kenya for their pap. So back home we have what we call pap, which is ugali here. And I did not understand why ugali or something that has to be consumed should be cut with a knife. I mean, ugali needs to be soft like home. But I'm so sorry to all the viewers, but I just did not understand that concept because pap back home is just soft and easy to swallow. And yeah, it's very hard to swallow ugali, and it's very hard for you to work and focus after eating ugali. But I also knew Kenya for the heat. I mean, it's along the equator, so yes, the heat, terrible heat, sun rays. And that's something that I was worried about because I was even told that I would come back black. I don't know what they meant by black, but the only black color I know is black, like attire. So I was just so scared about the whole experience of coming to Kenya, and I also knew Kenya to be a very congested country. It's a lot going on, and of which yes, I got to learn that there's a lot going on. Like, but Kenya is very beautiful. But like I said, I knew kidogo. Even though I live in Africa, I knew kidogo about Kenya. If I did not take geography as a subject, truly speaking, I wouldn't have known that Kenya is in Africa. But it's amazing.